What's all my working people? If this your first time seeing my face, I'm lllucyd, lllucyd, right here, one of my socials. That's Instagram. We got all other socials at the bottom left. Yeah, man. If you're a working man, I hope this video entertains you, keeps you entertained while you doing your job. Hopefully you ain't neglecting your job. But if you are neglecting your job, F that job. I feel you. I feel your pain. And the reason I'm talking about that right now, and I'm speaking directly to my working people, like you've already seen in the title of this video, is because we all probably want to quit them. And this video right here is going to be talking about all ranking reasons to quit your job. That's the title of this video right here by Cold Lunch. I seen this because I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been thinking about quitting mine. No cap. I'm not getting paid good, but you can always do better. You can always do better, man. I'm working these 12 hours to midnight shifts and shit. It ain't even midnight shift. You go past fucking midnight. But yeah, them late night shift, 12 hours, it be cooking your boy. It be cooking your boy. Right now, my sleep schedule so messed up, I always record at night. Dead for real. It's like 3 in the morning right now. 3:14 to be exact. And I'm ready to have sunlight. I'm ready to enjoy. I enjoy sunlight because I do get a lot of days off. Or I can't say a lot, but you know, I get days off to see the sunlight, but still, man, would a man love to wake up in the morning instead of going to sleep in the morning? But yeah, so we're gonna be seeing what this man has to say, what the ranks are for quitting your job. I hope one of them for quitting your job is simply just cause you don't feel like it. That's gotta be like a S tier. I don't feel like it. S tier ranking Y. But it's probably on like a F tier. But yeah, man. Let's go on and get to the video. See what he got to say. Let's see what these ranks are.
All right, ranking reasons to quit your job. Let's get right into it. Here we go. First on the list.
Oh, also, before we get all the way into it, I did a similar video. Recently, I did a video about people being tired of their job. And I don't know, maybe this was recommended to me, but I figured this would be a good segue to that. So yeah, we're gonna see what this is like a continuation of the job stuff, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, let's go and get into it for real now.
Had to actually work. I'll be honest, having to actually work at work does make me want to quit my job every time. I love those nice, easy days where there ain't a whole lot going on. Now, I know a whole lot of industries don't really have days like that, and some industries have way too many days like that, probably.
Boy, my brother doing some shit right now with like fiber or something like that. Hopefully I ain't telling on that nigga. But that nigga don't be doing nothing at all. He always telling me he's sitting in the truck for like 3-4 hours at a time. And getting paid good. I would die to have a job like that. Just sitting around talking and barely doing anything. Man.
But anytime I actually got to do work, I'm like, man, do I really need this job? I'm thinking, do I really need it? Because I could do this as a side hustle. I could pick up a couple other side hustles, and I got this four-wheeler I could sell, so I could really just, anytime I got to do work, man, I really don't want to fucking do work. I want to quit. So, let me decide where I want to put this, man. I'm going to put it in I get it. I'm putting had to actually work at work and I get it. Fuck it, that's where it's going. It's going there and it's staying, because I understand, dude. Next on the list, we have got not enough breaks. Man.
Boy, oh my God, that 12-hour shit, because I've been on the forklift. We get like a 45 and a 15. I think be trying to press a nigga over fucking 15. First of all, I need more than 15 after my 45, because it really be taking an hour. But I need more than a 15, bro. Like, man, I know we ain't doing like heinous goddamn back-breaking work, but at the same time, we're in there for 12 hours. 12. I need more breaks. First of all, you're not even supposed to work. I think they be saying you're not even supposed to work consecutively in consecutive amount of hours, like long hours, when you are working. Like, I don't know if you know the thing where it's like people, what they do, they have their phone or something like that. They'll work for like 10 minutes, take a 5-minute break, work for 10 more minutes, take a 5-minute break. Like, you see you know what I'm talking about? I mean, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. You've heard about that before. Or maybe like 20 minutes, 5-minute break, 20 minutes, 5-minute break. And they say that's more productive. At least I've heard. Don't sound too bad to have a job. Maybe I might be more productive. Maybe I might like the job more. Just saying. What would I rank this? I don't know. Let's see what he ranked it.
I couldn't imagine working somewhere where there wasn't enough breaks, dude. One of my favorite things to do at work is take a break, right? You work in like a break and like let's say you get a 15-minute break, dude. It's so fun as an adult. It's kind of like our recess at school, right? It's so fun.
That's not fun.
Time goes by so quick. That 15 minutes goes by. It seems like a minute, dude, because time flies when you're having fun. And it really...
And you're not even... First of all, you talking about having fun. Nowadays, you're just... back in the day, it was probably smoking a cigarette, talking to, the co-workers. Nowadays, it's just smoke a cigarette, sit on your phone for the next 15 minutes. And that shit slides by extra fast now.
Depends on what you're doing on your break, too. Some of y'all are... smoking something on your break, something you shouldn't be smoking at your break. Some of y'all just smoking regular cigarettes at break. Some of y'all are drinking something you shouldn't be drinking on break. Something, something
that's
you shouldn't
crazy.
be drinking. But it is what it is, dude. If you quit because there's not enough breaks.
It depends on the work you're doing. Let's see, for me, it depends on the work you're doing. If you're doing hard labor, like you're doing like construction and there's not that many breaks, I say reasonable. If you work in like maybe like a warehouse or like a office job and there's not enough breaks, I might say I get it. I might say I get it or soft hands. I don't know, around there, because if you're doing like corporate and there's not enough breaks, I don't know, scroll like for 5 minutes of doing nothing, and unless you really got some important work to do. So I might say I get it to reasonable. It might be, to me, it might be around there. Let's see what he do.
Dude, I get it, man. Honestly, I get it. That's going in reasonable.
Yeah, reasonable.
Quitting because there's not enough breaks is reasonable. You need your breaks, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. We all have to have a peace of mind at work, and sometimes things are just getting a little too complicated. Shit's getting a little too crazy. We need that break, big dog. Got to have that break. Let's move on from that one, and let's go to had to wake up early. Oh, to wake up early.
This right here, man, if you get off early and you wake up, say like you wake up at like 5 o'clock to go to work, but you get off at like 1 or 12 or something like that, I'm gonna put that at soft hands to, I want to say won't keep a job, but I want to say soft hands to I get it slightly. Because some people just ain't morning people. Like, I'm a morning type person. I will love to wake up early. Like, when I did have a job where I could wake up early, I love waking up early on the weekends or just on an off day. I don't know. I just feel like it's how I have most of my day now. A lot more to do. But I don't know. And then I'd rather be sleepy at work than sleepy when I get off, if you get what I'm saying. Like, does that, I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. So like, because I might want to go somewhere. Like, if I'm sleepy 5 o'clock and I'm at work a.m. or 6 o'clock a.m. at work, by the time it's time to get out of work, I ain't sleeping no more. It's time to go party. It's time to go, or get to working on something, something that I want to work on for myself, my own life. That's just how I feel. But let's see what
he pisses me off as well. I mean, it burns me up, dude. When that alarm goes off in the morning times and I don't want to get up, I'm fucking pissed. Anytime that alarm goes off, I can't stand the sound of any alarm, and I have tried many different alarm sounds on my phone.
I will say I have had one job where I didn't wake up early. I was like going into work at like 9 o'clock, damn near. That was like the latest time going to work I've ever had. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit was kind of cool. It was kind of cool because you're not waking up at the crack ass of dawn. You waking up like the sun kind of up a little bit, and you got enough rest, even if you played the game or like was out too late, around like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you still got time to like, get your nice 8 hours, 7 hours, 9 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, or even eat cook yourself breakfast if you go to sleep early. So I kind of get it. I still would put it like around that, like, cause hey, sometimes you got to meal prep. I still would put it around that, like, I forgot what the rank it is, but whatever was under, I get it.
Phone, right? We all use our phones now for alarms, and all of them just get burned in my mind. And anytime I hear them, dude, if you play the default Android or iPhone alarms,
I probably
like
might
midday,
tweak.
just play them as a sound on TikTok, or you hear them on TikTok or YouTube or something, dude. It gives you like a cringe feeling or something like that, or like a fucking the world's about to end feeling, anxiety. I guess that's what I'm trying to think of. But so if you quit because you had to wake up early, I'm gonna say you probably won't keep a job.
Okay, I was about to say.
Hey, I mean, I could put it in I get it because I do get it.
I do.
But I'm just gonna be honest with this one, because if you quit because you had to wake up early, you're not gonna keep a job. And you know what? As a matter of fact, let's put had to actually work in the category it should be in. Won't keep a job. Okay,
that makes sense.
I do get it, but let's put these in the categories they actually
gotta work
go
if
in.
you want a job.
And if you have to work at work and you quit because of it, well, you're just not gonna keep a job, because work is work, and that's what you do at work. Anyway, moving on. We got to clock out for lunch. You got to clock out for lunch. It makes me want to quit, dude. Pay me through lunch. It's not my fault.
I get what you're saying. You should get paid for lunch, because like I'm still at the job. But I definitely put this at soft hands. They got to time you for how long you at lunch. Because what if you on that bitch for 2 hours? Like, bitch, you ain't been working for 2 hours, nigga. You ain't been working for 2 hours. Of course, I ain't paying you for that.
Oh, I gotta eat to live.
Now, I think if you in the union, they do pay you like construction and stuff like that. I think they do pay you for your lunch also. But also they working like 16 hours sometimes. So it's like, might as well just paying for lunch.
I'm working for you. You're paying me for my time. You want me to do a good job? Well, you want me to live, don't you? To do a good job. I can't fucking work for you if I'm dead, and I gotta eat. Like, that's something I have to fucking do, is I have to eat, dude. And it really pisses me off. One good thing about when I was on the rigs, when I was working on the rigs, like I always mention, you didn't have to clock out for lunch. But the bad thing is you had to hurry the fuck up, because you might get 30 minutes at lunch, but majority of the time you don't. Majority of the time we're working on something, and you got to get in there, eat your fucking wieners. You can't chew your weenies up, brother. You got to eat them long ways down the hatch.
Whoa, he gotta chill down the hatch. Whoa, he talking about long ways. Good Lord, slow down.
Fucking get back to work, big dog. But anyway, clocking out, quitting because you got to clock out for lunch. There are plenty of jobs out there where you don't clock out for lunch, so I'd say I get it, right? We're going to put quitting because you got to clock out for lunch, and I get it now. It's going to be hard. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a job where you don't have to clock out for lunch, but they are out there. They do exist. I've had many of them. But let's move on from that. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's go to, you got skipped for a promotion. Brother,
that right there is S tier.
You wanted that damn foreman job, and they gave it to Jimmy, who's been...
That's kind of almost why I want to quit my job, because I was supposed to get a promotion slightly. Back of my head, I kind of didn't want it because of the position and how much I was going to get paid for it. It was like, I'm basically going to be getting almost paid the same for something a little bit way harder. I don't know about that. But still, got skipped on a promotion. Come on now. What happened? Like, I was supposed to be I was getting trained and everything, but yeah, I think I wouldn't say 2-day notice, but it's definitely right around there.
There's 6 months less than you. You're always on time. You always work your overtime without complaining. You complete your task, your paperwork, whatever it is. But Jimmy, he's late all the time, man. Right? He gets here 10 minutes after he's supposed to be here. He leaves early all the time. Guess what? They don't expect nothing out of Jimmy. They expect too much out of you because you do too good of a job, dumbass.
That is a real thing. Yeah, they keep the people that overdo the work. That's the crazy part.
That's why your dumbass got skipped over for the promotion. Either that or you just do too good of a job at your job. So they're like, well, we can't move Johnny up. If we move Johnny up, we're going to lose Johnny in that position. He's the best one we have in that position. But Jimmy's a piece of shit. We can move Jimmy up, and he's competent enough. He could be a foreman. I mean, we got to weigh our options here. Do we lose Johnny, the best hand we got, because we're putting him in a management position, or do we lose Jimmy, the shittiest hand we got, we put him in a management? That's how this shit works. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't put nothing in the comments about that, because
I do just
that
enough
is
to
how
move
it
up.
works. What I mean is don't argue with me because that's how the shit works. All right, if you quit because you got skipped for promotion, you got soft hands, brother. You got soft hands, all right?
No, hell nah. That's reasonable. Because if you go to another job and you work just as hard, they would probably promote you faster. I definitely would quit that job. That makes no sense. Soft hands because you didn't get the promotions. No! If you want the money and you got the skill and they don't promote you, that's liable for finding another job because it's going to be somebody else that would love to have you. That's crazy.
Promotion. I don't even want a fucking promotion. I want to stay at the bottom of the totem pole, baby.
I get that, but
I want fucking responsibilities. Let's move on from that.
If you wanted that promotion, that's kind of
manager is a smart ass. I mean, look, I've had smart ass foremans, managers, tool pushers, whatever you call them in your industry, boss mans. It is annoying as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. It's aggravating as hell, and it will make you want to quit. It will make you want to do things to get fired. Like, you won't even have to worry about quitting. It'll make you want to, like, punch him in his... Most of them have very punchable jaws. And when they're, like, being a smart ass, they poke it out like that. Yeah, you're gonna do what you're told, buddy. And they're poking that jaw out, and it's just... You just want to... Oh, I got kids I gotta take care of, and a wife I gotta take care of, brother. I got bills I gotta pay. So I'm gonna just quit before he makes me do something stupid where I'm like maybe going to jail here and paying fines, getting sued, or being unemployable at the next job or some shit. So look, if you quit because you got your manager's a smart ass, I'm gonna say that's the 2-day notice. Don't even give them a regular notice or nothing. You give them a 2-day notice, and a 2-day notice is you know what, dude? I quit today, and you gonna notice. That's your fucking notice. See ya. So let's move on from managers, a smart ass, to too much paperwork. Now, a lot of blue-collar guys like me don't have to deal with paperwork unless you do start moving up the chain and you're in an industry where it does require a decent amount of paperwork. I can't fucking stand paperwork. I don't know if I should say this on here, but even the job I have now requires me to do a little bit of paperwork, and I always fall behind. I always forget about it. I just fucking hate it, dude. All right, I'm just a blue-collar guy. I'm hands-on, physical labor type of guy. I fucking hate paperwork. I hate responding to emails. I hate meetings in the emails. I hate all that stuff. Fuck. All right, that's the only thing that makes me want to go back to the rigs is not having to deal with all that stuff. But it is what it is, man. The job I got now is way better than any job I've ever had. So I do put up with it, and I'm sure most people do put up with it. But if you quit because you got too much paperwork, I mean, I get it. I do get it. It can be annoying. It's aggravating. It's
I get you on our personal stuff, but
really don't. Like, fuck that shit, man. All right, you're not the only one out there. I'm sure you can relate to me. Let's go to the next one is too much desk time. I've never really had this issue.
I don't get this either.
I guess my truck can be considered.
If anything, I would feel like this is the best to have desk time, sitting down, doing nothing. Especially like he's saying, like if you work a blue collar, wouldn't that be a blessing? I feel like that might be soft hands if you talking about too much desk time, you won't keep a job. But then again, I don't know if you work at a desk already, if the job is already a desk job and you don't get up and go to the fax machine, the water cooler, because you're doing too much stuff at the desk. Maybe that is a reasonable thing. I don't know. We'll see what he says though.
My desk, because the job I have now, I'm in my truck a lot. I do a lot of physical stuff too. So I'm a fiber splicer. A lot of y'all want to know what I do. What do you do in the comment? I am a fiber splicer, specifically an in-house maintenance fiber splicer.
That what my brother, I know he fiber sliced. I don't know like specifics if he do what that dude do. I don't know. I feel like that's the new thing now because all these data centers. And also people all need internet, and internet is about to get way faster. So if you want to get a little bit more money, or you're a blue collar guy, or want to get into blue collar stuff like that, splicing might be the way to go, because it seems like it's a lot of jobs out there, because a lot of these like internet companies are really like pushing that for real right now. So just a heads up. I don't know. I think I might get into it, see what it's about, because my brother into it, like I said. We're gonna see.
spend a lot of time in my truck when there ain't nothing going on. Now, when there's stuff going on, if a storm comes through and wipes out a lot of our fucking infrastructure and shit, I'm all over the place. I'm like a damn chicken with my head cut off all over the fucking place, stressed the fuck out. But anyway, when nothing's going on, I spend a lot of time in my truck, which is my desk, which can get very old. But this is desk time, not truck time. So I'm thinking if I had too much desk time, I'm a blue collar guy. Now, white collar guys, y'all may think differently of this. But if you quit because you got too much desk time, I just have to put that in. I get it. I completely understand.
What?
It sucks.
I'll be changing stuff
actually,
around.
we're gonna put that in. Well, I'm putting it in reasonable, man.
What?
No, we'll put it in. I get it. It's fine. It's fine.
What?
Because too much paperwork and too much desk time kind of go hand in hand a little bit. So we're gonna put both of them in. I get it because I do get it. If you quit for that, just move on and get a different job. Anyway, moving on from that, we got too much labor.
This is 2-day notice.
That could be, I guess, one reason why I quit the oil fields. I got so tired of killing myself every day for pay that's not worth it. And I was working for a mom and pop company. The pay was not equivalent to the work. I promise you.
Man, I done quit 2 jobs back to back because of the labor, boy. I ain't 2-day notice for sure. That's my rank, on God. Too much labor for a little pay? Hell no. Hell no. One of the worst jobs I ever worked has been, was in like, what was it? Well, I probably shouldn't say the year, but like, oh my God, that was the worst. I wonder if I can describe it. I mean, can they sue me for that? I don't fucking. Pushing carts with beer on that? Oh, like cases of beer, like not like a little 12 pack, like 16, 24 packs of beer. Pushing carts with like full on cart of that shit. But oh my God. Having to go fast for like 8 hours, 10 hours? No. Pay was trashy, ashy. No, I'm not doing nothing like that, bro. Warehouses where you gotta pick anything, that right there be the worst. Yeah, that's a 2-day notice. I ain't gonna lie. Too much labor. Shoot, even if you're doing like blue collar stuff, you out there construction, laying down tiles on houses and building houses and grabbing bags of concrete, I completely understand. That is a 2-day notice. That's a reasonable to 2-day notice. Because maybe you need the money. Hey, I don't quit yet.
That. All right. Nowhere near it. And it was workover rigs. It wasn't drilling rigs. The drilling rigs pay more. Still not enough, in my opinion. But, I mean, it sucked, man. Too much labor is ass, dude. If you have a job right now and you're working too much labor and you feel in your mind that the pay does not match up with the labor, you're probably right. And you could probably go find yourself a less labor-intensive job somewhere for the same pay or even a couple dollars less. It's worth it, dude. I done it. You can do it. Do not stop looking for better opportunities if you feel that way, because they are out there. So if you quit because there's too much labor, I'm going to say that is reasonable. That is definitely reasonable. It could be the 2-day notice. It just depends. But 2-day notice is more for something that like pisses you off, whereas too much labor really is reasonable. I mean, a lot of jobs are just going to have labor and you may have to put up with it, but dude, always be looking. So we'll put that there and we're going to move on to manager is a dumbass. I've had a couple of those too where they're doing things.
I feel like I've had a lot of people in my life, like people I know if I work with them, like if it was a friend or like family or something like that, or just a coworker that was just smart or something like that. That right there for some people is a 2-day notice. Me, because I'm not trying to do too much and I'm not trying to help the manager out too much. I'm just working at the job. This would be almost soft hands to me. Soft hands, I get it. But if you're a person that's trying to like move up in the company and you know the manager is doing stuff wrong, especially if it's like a new manager and they telling you to do the wrong stuff, I can see where this would be like a I get it to reasonable. I kind of get it, especially seeing it firsthand. I kind of get it. But yeah. Depends on the type of worker you are.
Things that's going to get you hurt. Jimmy, that we talked about a minute ago, that got promoted because he was just a shitty hand, and they didn't want to move the good hand from the bottom because they needed him there. Well, he's that manager. He's a dumbass. He's going to do stupid ass shit that don't make any sense whatsoever. He's got no problem solving skills. He's just there to fill a fucking hat they needed him there to fill. And fuck that, dude. That is a 2-day notice. All right, manager's a dumbass. That is a 2-day notice. Here's your 2-day notice. I quit and you're going to notice today. I'm out of here. Fucking hate dumbass managers, dude. I hate managers that can't relate to you or anything like that. And fuck, dude. Anyway, we got to move on before that pisses me off. Not enough OT. I can see that, all right? If you need more money and the work is there, I understand if you quit because they won't give you the OT. Now, I have never really had that issue in any industry that I can, or any job that I can think of. I've always gotten way too much fucking overtime, if anything, right? It's either one extreme or the next, I guess. I've always had way too much. And I'm of the opinion that it shouldn't be mandatory. I joke a lot in a lot of my TikToks and stuff like that about mandatory overtime, but I really do think overtime should not be mandatory. It should be like a voluntarily thing where it's like, okay, after you're 40, we can't fire you if you don't work anymore. Now, I understand that that's a lot more complicated than what I make it sound, okay? So you guys that are running businesses, you guys that run your companies, and you guys that are in management, I know that that's just not how it works, and it just really can't work like that. But, you know, if we could come up with a good way to make it work like that, that would be awesome. So if you quit because there's...
To me, I feel like that might be I get it. Reasonable to I get it. I only say I get it because if you work in a job where you need the OT, you probably should get I would think, you know, if you can get a different job that pays more so you don't have to worry about OT, because I always preach work-life balance because nobody really wants to work a job, let alone work OT. Me, I'm working OT right now. This is the first time I've ever worked a job while I'm working OT, dead ass. So, but you know, the pay me good, but still, like, I'd rather be home if I didn't have to, for real. If like I was getting paid good enough. But I can see reasonable to I get it because you might want that OT, you might need that extra money and stuff like that. Maybe you don't have to work OT, but you want to pay something off, or you got a birthday coming up and you want to work some OT to get some time, but there's barely any. Maybe. So like I said, I put it to reasonable to I get it. But I still think you could, if you're really harping on it, it might be just time to find a different job. But that's not what
not enough overtime. I want to put that in reasonable too, because if you're not making enough money, you need to leave, dude. First of all, if you need to make more money and the only way you can make more money is overtime, I would say you need to leave anyway, because you need to find a better paying job, dude. And you can always improve yourself, learn new skills or something to get a job where you don't have to have all that overtime that you think that you need. And we're going to go to too much overtime, which is just like not enough overtime, in my opinion. Or it could be. I
remember when I first started working the job that I got now, and when I first started, they was making people go on overtime, like dead for real. Like, you got to do one. I just need you to do. You know, it was kind of voluntary because they'd be like, man, can you come in at least this time, and then, you know, another time instead of be like, it's mandatory, you're fired. You know, they were trying to bargain with you, but it was almost kind of like you had to. It was kind of like they really needed the help, but now it's just like kind of people begging for it a little bit, like really wanting the OT, even though, but these dudes working 7. Remember I said I work 12 hours? People out there working 7 days of OT, or 4 days of OT if you're working 3 days, or 3 days of OT if you're working 7 days. Don't want to say it couldn't be me, because it could be. Maybe I might have to do it one day, which I might do it once or twice, because I do want to pay off my car. But at the same time, I'd rather not. So too much OT would probably be like a 2-day notice, almost to reasonable. Because I would, not saying I would just rather be home like lazy bum, but like work-life balance, like I said. Not trying to be at the job all day or every day.
Well, no, it's a little different, right? So not enough overtime is actually the complete opposite of too much overtime. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. I've been drinking, y'all. I drink when I come in here to my little studio. It's a shed, and I drink, and sometimes I get my words all scrambled and my mind all messed up. But anyway, too much overtime. So this is something I would quit for. Let's say you're doing 60 hours every week, 65, 70 hours every week, brother. you got a family at home and you're just not.
You ain't seeing them kids
You're not
at
able
all.
to be at home because that's just way too much. All right. I'm working on an oil field deep dive video, and there's going to be a section in the video where some of these companies, like the one I worked for, don't pay the hands enough. And the owner was like, yeah, I mean, they only make $20 an hour, but where their money comes in is they get on overtime really early. So their pay is actually really solid. And they make, dude, you shouldn't be making over $100,000 a year at $20 an hour. No, that's way too much fucking work. Go somewhere that pays more, especially an oil field job like that's labor intensive like that. Yeah. Oil field, iron workers, linemen, all that stuff that's super labor intensive. You should not be making over $100,000 at $20 an hour. That's fucking crazy. If you quit because you're getting too much overtime, I completely understand that, dude. That is completely reasonable. All right, too much work. You want to be home some. You got to have a life outside of work. You could die at work tomorrow. Then what happened to you? You'll be known as the guy who just worked all the fucking time. You know, you need to spend time with your family and stuff if you got family and shit. That's my opinion. Anyway, let's move on to pay is too low.
That's 2-day notice. Too reasonable.
If the pay is too low, I think we can all agree that is completely reasonable.
Yeah.
100% reasonable.
Talk about
if
that.
the pay is too low. The fuck am I going to work somewhere for if the pay is too low? Like, the whole point of working is to make money. Pay me some money. That's fucking common sense, right? It could go in 2-day notice, but I'm not gonna take a job when I know it's paying too low.
Sense, so,
you got promoted, so you quit because you got promoted. It happens. It really does happen. Sometimes it happens that day. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, and somebody realizes this ain't for me. I gotta go. I gotta quit. You may ask management, "Hey, can y'all move me back?"
Never had this before.
This ain't for me. I'm just not a foreman. I'm not a man. I'm not a leader. I don't want to do this. It's too stressful. We can't move you back down. We put you here for a reason, man. If you can't do this, and we just had to find somebody else who can. All right, well, I'm going. I quit. I'm going to get me a fucking bottom of the totem pole job, big dog, going to Walmart. Homie, I'm finna push buggies or some shit. Anyway, if you quit because you got promoted, I can see it. I get it, right? A lot of y'all are going to be like, well, why would you quit because you got promoted? You got soft hands. I get it. I think it's more reasonable to quit because you got promoted. I think it's more respectful to quit because you got promoted and you realized that you just ain't the one for that job.
That makes
right?
sense. That makes sense.
You don't want to get people hurt. You don't want to be over people. You don't want to be telling people what to do. I think that's more respectable than quitting because you got skipped for a promotion. I think getting skipped for promotion is like crybaby activity, to be honest with you.
That's
so let's
crazy,
move on to
bro.
the next one, which is no beers at lunch.
No. If you worked for a job and like you really was set on it, you talked to managers and all that, was like, I'm trying to get the promotion. You working there like 5-10 years and you still ain't get the promotion, nigga, that is reasonable. You're not about to tell me I worked here for 10, 15 years, maybe even 5 years, and I still can't get a promotion? Boy, I'm out of there. That's 2-day notice. Especially getting skipped, knowing you better than whoever. Well, no. That is not soft hands. Most likely you trying to get that promotion for the money. I don't know what other reason, because you're not trying to work more. Who's trying to work more? But that don't make no sense to me.
Brother, if they tell you can't have no beers at lunch, you give them the 2-day notice, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Especially if you got to clock out for lunch.
No, yeah. You will not keep a job, you alcoholic. No.
If I'm clocking out for lunch, I'm on my own goddamn time. Guess what I do on my own goddamn time? I do grown man shit on my own time, and that's whatever the hell I want to do. And I might have me a couple beers, 2-3 beers, whatever the hell. You're not going to tell me what I can and can't do when I'm off the clock.
That is crazy. You know, it's crazy. I actually know a guy who got fired because he was drinking beer. Remember that place I was saying I was pushing buggies full of beer? Dude was actually drinking the beers and was getting drunk. Crazy.
When I'm off the clock, my time is my time, brother. My time is my time, brother. 2-day notice. I quit today. You gonna notice. All right, learn how to problem solve without me here, big dog. Anyway, homie, big dog, whatever. Homie,
big dog.
I'm gonna have to edit that out. Fuck it. If you made it this far into the video, consider liking, subscribing, turning on the bell icon, all that good stuff, man.
You know what's crazy? I never say the bell icon thing. Maybe I should say the bell icon thing. Hit the bell icon thing. Get a notification whenever I drop a video. Consider it. But if you like the video and you like these type of activities sometimes, consider subscribing because we may do way more of them. That was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like those. I love doing the ranking thing. Kind of cool. Especially that's a lot of engagement in the comments because I want to see what y'all will rank some of this stuff, like especially that getting skipped for a promotion thing. I think that's bogus. I think that's real bogus, man. If I really worked for it and you skip me on a promotion that I've been trying to work for, I've been trying to get that position. Come on now, that's bogus. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. And like I said, if you want to see more activities like this, more entertainment like this, if you want to stay entertained at your job while you're working with me, because I got way more videos, especially the one that's gonna come up at the end of this video, consider subscribing, man. Consider subscribing. But it's been your boy lllucyd, lllucyd, and I hope you come around for the next video. Peace.